We have reached week 14 of the NFL season, and there are no longer bye weeks, which means we have a full slate of games, which gives me a full chance to get them all wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this prediction edition of Believers Talk, where I'm going to take you through every single Week 14 matchup, and I'm going to give you my winner both straight up and against the spread. Again, thank you guys for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, guys, please be sure to hit that subscribe button for continual Buffalo Bills and Buffalo sports content. And you have these weekly prediction videos and also giving you a look at the AFC playoff picture every single week leading up to the playoffs. So thank you guys so much for joining me. We are going to talk about the Week 14 picks. Before we do that, however, I want to remind everyone this is a week where there are no bye weeks. In fact, moving forward, there are no more bye weeks. So we're going to have 16 games to pick every single week from here on out. Last week was a wonderful week for me. I actually went 11-4, both straight up and against the spread, bringing my season total straight up to 124-66. Against the spread, we are 105-85. Respectable, but we want to do better, and it starts with week 14, and it starts with Thursday Night Football. Tonight, you have the Los Angeles Rams at home facing the New England Patriots. The Rams currently leading their division after Seattle loses to the New York Giants, and the Patriots trying to fight for an AFC wildcard spot, sitting at 6-6. Some tough games ahead, including this one in LA. Now, we did just see the Patriots completely destroy the Los Angeles Chargers. However, due to this current situation with the pandemic, they did have to travel back home to the East Coast, and now they have to travel again out west to LA to play this game on a short week. I just don't know how prepared the Patriots are going to be for this game. Patriots are on a high, again, after beating the Chargers 45-0. People are feeling a lot of confidence in the New England Patriots, but we know how Bill Belichick does against rookie or young quarterbacks, and Jared Goff is no longer a young quarterback. He is a veteran quarterback in this league who knows how to get the job done. This Rams offense is explosive. We do know about this Patriots defense. They also have some good pieces on their side. However, it's not nearly as good as it was last season. The Rams are 5.5-point favorites in this game. Give me the Rams to win this game, but the Patriots are going to keep this game close. I like the home team most of the time on Thursday Night Football, so give me the Rams, but give me the Patriots to cover a 5.5-point spread. Moving down, you got the Bears at home. The Bears playing the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson coming into Chicago. Matt Nagy probably coaching this season for his job. The rest of the season will be coached for his job. And that still might not be enough. You wonder if they go 4-0 the rest of the way, will it be enough to save his job? Remember the start that the Bears got off to? They made the switch at quarterback to Nick Foles, and it's been downhill ever since. So the Texans coming to town looking a little bit better. They've been 4-4 over the last 8 games since Romeo Crennel took over as the head coach. I like the Texans in this game. Texans are 2-point favorites. Give me the Texans to win this game, and I don't think this one's going to be close. Give me the Texans to win. Give me the Texans to cover a 2-point spread. Moving on to Jacksonville, you got the Tennessee Titans coming into town after a loss to the Browns. The Titans still leading the AFC South. The Jags just looking to end this season. But if there's one thing we all know about the Jacksonville Jaguars is it seems like they play divisional games close for the most part. It seems like they're going to win 1 or 2 divisional games every season. However, I don't think this is one of those cases. The Tennessee Titans coming off a loss to the Browns. They want to stay ahead in the AFC South. They're going to beat up on a Jacksonville team that just doesn't have the talent this year. Jacksonville 7.5-point underdogs. I don't think they even cover that. I think the Titans win. I think the Titans might even win this one by double digits. So give me the Titans in this game. They have the Broncos at the Panthers. Again, still so much going on with Christian McCaffrey. You don't know if he's playing, if he's not playing. A lot going on with that Carolina Panthers team, but they're still playing hard and they're still playing tough. The Denver Broncos coming off a tough Sunday night loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, but they hung in there and they tried their best to pull off the upset, just couldn't get the job done. Again, I've said this all season long. I think the Broncos are a different team at home than they are away. I don't like the Broncos on the road. I really just don't. Give me the Panthers to win this game. And last time I checked, this game did not have a spread because of the Christian McCaffrey Christian McCaffrey situation. But give me the Panthers to cover whatever the spread is. I think it's going to be probably around 3.5, 4 points for the Panthers. I think I like the Panthers in that situation. I would only take the Broncos if it was more than a 1-score spread. I don't think it's going to be. So give me the Panthers to win this game. Give me the Panthers to cover whatever the spread might be. Then you go to Cincinnati, where the Bengals play host to the Dallas Cowboys. The Bengals are 3.5-point underdogs in this one. The Bengals coming off a loss to the Miami Dolphins. The Cowboys coming off a loss to the, I forget who they lost to, but I know they lost to the Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football. But the Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites, and there were times in that Monday Night Football game where the Cowboys looked like they could still get the job done at times. Seattle just a good team overall. Give me the Bengals to not cover the spread here. Give me the Bengals to lose this game. Give me the Cowboys to win straight up, and give me the Cowboys to cover a 3.5-point spread. Moving to Miami, where a lot of Bills fans are going to be interested in this one. The Miami Dolphins are at home, 7-point underdogs as they play the Kansas City Chiefs. The Miami Dolphins have won 6 of their last 7 games. They're on what's known as a roll right now. But what's a good way to stop a roll? Moving into a rock, and that's what you have in the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are just that solid rock, and right now the Chiefs smell the blood in the water when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers losing grasp of that #1 overall seed, losing to the Washington Football Team last week. So the Kansas City Chiefs know that they want to strike while the iron is hot, and they also know that if they win this game, they win the AFC West. So they have a lot of incentives here in Week 14 to play against the Dolphins. The Dolphins still not sure what to do with quarterback Tua, Ryan Fitzpatrick, both. Who knows what they're doing? I think that indecision is going to cost them mightily towards the end of the season. You know, the Chiefs to win this game, however, is in Miami. And like I said, Miami is playing tough right now, have a really great defense. Xavier Howard making a case for Defensive Player of the Year. So give me the Dolphins to cover a 7-point spread, but give me the Chiefs to win this game. Moving on, you got the Giants at home coming off a big win last week going up against the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are 2-point favorites in this one. Arizona trying to stay alive in the NFC playoff picture, and the NFC wildcard race really is what it boils down to. A really great division out there in the NFC West. We all know about the struggles of the NFC East, although Washington and New York both won impressively last week. I think they come back to form a little bit. Give me the Arizona Cardinals to win this game. I know Kyler Murray has not looked himself recently, but give me a chance to bounce back against this Giants team. Give me the Cardinals to win this game. Give me the Cardinals to cover a 2.5-point spread. Moving on to Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are 6.5-point favorites against the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings coming into town as 6.5-point underdogs. I like the Buccaneers to win this game as they continue to try to figure things out as they come off a bye week. A late bye week for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could mean good things for Tom Brady and this offense. Give me the Buccaneers to win this game, but 6.5 points are a lot of points to give up. And I like this Vikings team, just not as much as I like the Tampa Bay team. So give me the Vikings to cover a 6.5-point spread. Give me the Buccaneers to win the game. Moving on to the 4 o'clock games, you have the Las Vegas Raiders barely coming up with a victory against the New York Jets. Hard to believe that the Jets lost that one, but Greg Williams has been fired since that game. So you know that New York, New Jersey was not happy with the effort, with that play call on the last play where the Vegas Raiders did score that touchdown. And they have been going against the Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers looking good. Still not 100% sure what to expect out of the Colts, and here we are 3/4 of the way through the season. This is a huge matchup when it comes to AFC playoff implications. So if you're interested in the AFC, if you're a Buffalo Bills fan at 4 o'clock, you might want to watch this game because it probably is the only game on this 4 o'clock slate that has any AFC playoff implications. Give me the Colts to win this game. Give me the Colts to cover a 3-point spread as they are 3-point favorites against the Raiders. This is a tough one, though. I really had to struggle with this. Both teams looking for a wild card spot. The Raiders on the outside looking in right now, currently the 8th seed in the AFC playoffs. And again, 7 teams make it, so they're right on the outside looking in. The Colts currently, I believe, are the 7th seed. So you have that battle going on right there. Give me a good matchup, but give me the Colts to win, give me the Colts to cover a 3-point spread. Then you have the Jets going to Seattle to play the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks 13-point favorites in this one, coming off a loss against the New York Football Giants. Actually, no, they're coming off a win against the Cowboys after losing to the Giants. But again, give me the Seahawks to win this game against the Jets. 13-point favorites. I like them to win this game, but the Jets have been playing tougher, right? You look at the Raiders game, and they almost came up with the win there. You look at a few games before that, they've been covering spreads, and they've been making games close. So give me the Seahawks to win this game. Give me the Jets, Sam Darnold, to cover a 13-point spread. Then you go to Detroit, where Matt Patricia and the Detroit Lions beat the Bears last week, upset them. Matt Patricia's been fired, so he's not even there anymore. So you have the Lions going against the Green Bay Packers. The Packers, 8-point favorites in this game. You got the Lions, again, coming off that win last week, even though they lost their head coach. I think they come back to reality this week. They can't even cover a spread against a really good Green Bay Packers team. Give me the Packers to win this game. Give me the Packers to cover an 8-point spread. They have the Chargers at home just getting blown out by the New England Patriots by 45 points. Yuck. Going up against the Atlanta Falcons, two teams that really could use a makeover, in my opinion. Really could use a change of the guard in both these situations. They do have a young Justin Herbert in LA, a good centerpiece to start. Anthony Lynn, maybe it's time to go if you are the LA Chargers. If you are the Atlanta Falcons, look at Matt Ryan. He's not getting any younger. You have to consider restarting this whole Atlanta team. I know they're only 2 years removed or 3 years removed from the Super Bowl, but man, they just haven't lived up to expectations since then. Ever since the first half of that Super Bowl, everything's been downhill, going up 28-3 against New England, letting them come back and win that game. And I just feel like they've been on a little bit of a hangover ever since. You just can't trust this Atlanta Falcons team. Got their coach fired earlier this year. Giving the Atlanta Falcons to win this game, however, against the Chargers team that, again, just lost by 45. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to bounce back from that the rest of the season. Give me the Falcons to win this game. Give me the Falcons to cover a 2.5-point spread. Moving on to a new quarterback situation in Philadelphia. You got them sitting Carson Wentz. You got Hurts coming into this game. He did play last week for a little bit against the Packers, showed signs that he can lead this offense to be a decent offense at least. And the Saints coming into this game, Drew Brees might be able to play. We're not sure, but you have to believe that Taysom Hill is still playing. Again, you got Drew Brees nursing 11 broken ribs. I didn't know you could break 11 ribs at one time. The Eagles coming in as 7-point underdogs. I'd like the Saints to win this matchup. Again, Taysom Hill and that team still looking explosive. They still look like they got some good offensive weapons, and I think they can still get the job done. Now, this Eagles team may be able to keep this one close, though. Give me the Saints to win this game. Give me the Eagles to cover a 7-point spread. Moving on, we got the San Francisco 49ers, 3.5-point favorites against the Washington football team. I think the San Francisco 49ers wasted a great opportunity this past week against the Buffalo Bills to stay in that playoff conversation. Now they have to pretty much win out to have any chance of making the playoffs. They win out, they go 9-7. 9-7 might be able to get it done in the NFC. However, this Washington football team, they're not going to give it away. Currently tied for the lead in the NFC East. I like them to go into San Fran and win this game. Again, 3.5-point favorites. This front seven for the Washington football team is just unreal right now. And the way they played against the Steelers on Monday night proved to me that they could be an impressive football team. So give me the Washington football team to win this game. Give me the Washington football team to cover a 3.5-point spread. Moving on to Sunday Night Football, another primetime game for our Buffalo Bills. I am really loving this. And again, guys, join me live as I give you live play-by-play reaction right here on Believers Talk to the game between the Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. The Bills, 2.5-point favorites in this game. This game is in Buffalo. As a Bills fan, I'm going to be cheering hard for our Buffalo Bills. However, guys, I do have to tell you something. I don't like the fact that the Steelers lost to the Washington football team. I don't like this idea that they're going to win 11 in a row and then lose 2 in a row. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Big Ben and this offense is going to have a fire lit underneath them. Mike Tomlin is a great coach when it comes to coaching after a loss, and he's just a great coach overall. He's going to have this team fired up, and I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to come out, and they're unfortunately going to beat our Buffalo Bills. I hope it's a great matchup. I hope that the Buffalo Bills don't embarrass themselves on primetime football, but I think the Steelers will have enough to win this game. They have the offensive firepower to do so. This defense is still one of the tops in the league. So give me the Steelers to win this game. Give me the Steelers to beat a 2.5-point spread. Sorry, Bills fans. I hope I'm wrong. but give me the Steelers to win this game. They move on to Monday Night Football. What's a pick'em game as the Cleveland Browns find themselves on Monday Night Football for the first time in a while, going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Listen, the Cleveland Browns coming off an impressive win against the Tennessee Titans last week. The Baltimore Ravens staying alive in the playoff picture with a win against the Dallas Cowboys on Tuesday Night Football. So they do have a shorter week, but this game being on Monday actually helps the Ravens, gives them that extra day. I like the Baltimore Ravens in this game. Lamar Jackson's back. He looked good on Tuesday. I think he leads this team to a victory. We've seen this Browns team, how they played earlier in the season against AFC North opponents. This would be more of a statement win for the Browns than last week's game against the Titans. And Baker Mayfield's coming in hot. But give me the Baltimore Ravens to win this game. Give me the Baltimore Ravens to cover the spread, which is a pick'em game. So either team would cover whoever I picked to win. So straight up, I got the Rams, Texans, Titans, Panthers, Cowboys, Chiefs, Cardinals, Buccaneers, Colts, Seahawks, Packers, Falcons, Saints, football team, Steelers, and Ravens against the spread. Patriots, Texans, Titans, Panthers, Cowboys, Dolphins, Cardinals, Vikings, Colts, Jets, Packers, Falcons, Eagles, football team, Steelers, Ravens. Again, all starts tonight with the game between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I hope you guys enjoyed these picks. And if you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. Which picks do you agree with? Which ones do you think are going to go the other way? Hopefully, I know one that's going to go the other way, but we'll see what happens on Sunday night. Again, thank you guys for joining me. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills!